Writing with Steve. Welcome to Writing with Steve Skidmore. Hi, Steve Skidmore here. Hope you are all keeping well and following the activities on Off School. And of course, I hope you are reading lots. I am at the moment. I'm reading a fantastic book. It's set in Tudor times at the court of Henry VIII. And when I read it, I'm transported back in time. Here I am in the court of Henry VIII. And here he comes, Your Majesty. Ah, so, good jester, tell me some jokes. A joke. What has 6 legs, 4 ears, and a suit of armour? I don't know. What has got 6 legs, 4 ears, and a suit of armour? You on a horse. Oh dear. That's not very funny. You'd better tell me a better one. Oh, not funny. When is a piece of wood like a king? I don't know. When is a block of wood like a king? When it's a ruler. That's not funny either. You'd better do better. Where did you get crowned? Ah, yes, I know this one. I know. Where kings get crowned. On the royal throne. No, on their head. What do you mean, my head? That is not funny. Off with his head! What do you mean, off with my head? I've got to get out of here. Whoa! The age of the Vikings. And the Vikings lived 1,000 years ago. They were incredible fighters. They were farmers and they were also sailors. Very good sailors in their longships. Their longships were called longships because they were long ships. I'm not a very good sailor though. Or you could come back to the age of the Romans. Back in ancient Rome, where the emperors lived and ruled, where the gladiators fought in the arena very bravely. Come on! Come at me! Oh, I'm glad we got out of there. That was a bit scary. Or you could go back a little bit further in time, to the time of myths and legends. The Greeks. Oh, they had some scary people and scary monsters in Greek times. I see you. It was me! Back here in the present time. Well, you can go anywhere in a book, and we've talked about that before. But of course, what about if you were writing historical fiction? Well, there are some rules, and let me give you some basic ones about these. Number one, you've got to be interested in the period that you're writing about. There's no point about writing about something that you don't want to or you don't know much about. Which brings me to number two. Number two, you have got to do research. You've got to find out all about the time that you're writing in. What did people talk like? What did they wear? What was their world? What were the buildings like? All of those things you have to know. So a lot of research, places you can go to research. Obviously, you're not getting out much at the moment, but the internet you can go on, read books, of course, find out as much as you can, watch documentaries on television. All these things help you build up your world. Then you've got to find out a little bit about your characters. Who is in the world? And a main character, what problem do they have in that world? Because That's what stories are about, problems. I'll tell you about that later in our series of videos. So which period will you choose to write about? Any of those that we visited just now, or maybe even further, maybe the time of the dinosaurs? Or you could come a little bit nearer into the future, maybe Victorian times you'd write about, the age of the suffragettes, World War I, World War II, evacuees, present day things. It's up to you. Enjoy.